Hey there, welcome to the Lucid Mirror channel. Welcome to this Unblocked. Why have they unblocked you? What's next? In this reading, we're going to be looking at why they unblocked you and what's possibly coming in next as a result of this, or what their desires or intentions are. So if that is interesting to you, oh my God, timestamps are in the description box below for your pile. Is this yours? 7, 3, 4. I'll see you in your pile. Hey, pile 4. Pile 4, why have they unblocked you? Why have they unblocked you? We will be finding out why they've unblocked you, and then also going into like perhaps likely actions, likely intentions, like just trying to figure out, okay, now that you've been unblocked, like, what's the step? Depending on what comes out. Wow, they're really ready to talk here. The energies are really out here. I'm going to shuffle from a tarot deck. But before we do that, let me just organize this. Yeah, so their reasons for unblocking you are kind of strange. Like, it's... like, they're weird. I don't know how to like say that to you. It's kind of weird. Like, this is kind of a weird energy. We have a lot of everything in the reverse. Everything is in the reverse. Okay, you're ready. Within the next few months, express your love, separation, the Hermit, romantic feelings, all in the reverse, baby. So there is a lot going on here, and I feel like a large reason of why this person unblocked you is, I don't know, I'm getting they're lonely, right? Like, there's something of loneliness here. There's something of even boredom here. It feels like they've left something else and are now open to you being open to them. I'm not entirely feeling that this person, I don't know, I think this person, I feel like this person almost wanted you, like, when they blocked you. I don't want to say this because I don't want to fuel any sort of delulu craziness on your part, pal 4, but I almost feel like this person thought, in some cases, wanted you to chase after them in another way, you know, like, and you didn't, and now it's kind of like, oh, what, like, they wanted you to be persistent in a different way. I don't know why, maybe because of the ego boost or something. But maybe you thought that. But anyway, I think this person, it's interesting. This is so confusing. Like, I'm confused. I just feel like there's a multitude of energies that are presenting themselves here. And it's wild. In some cases, I feel like this person unblocked you because they think you're over it, right? Like, they think that you are over it, or they think that they are over it. But my thing is, if you're over it, why would it matter? Right? Like, why would it matter? With this, you're ready in the reverse. I don't know, baby. I feel like they're testing the waters to see if anything will happen from your end. Like, will pile 4 do something if I unblock them? I don't even know. The thing, I was going to say, I don't even know if you know that you were blocked. You know? Like, So if this isn't a blockation, right? Like, let's say you're watching this because you're like, well, I wasn't technically blocked, but like, I don't know, I feel like something has changed in the air and da 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 da. Then let me cater to that story for a hot second. If you were not traditionally blocked, right? Like a full on stone wall, if you were more so blocked from certain features, right? Like perhaps you were blocked from seeing, you could see them, you could contact them, but you couldn't see like their story or their whatever. Now they've sort of like unblocked you from those things where now you can see more because maybe they're popping up more and you're like, what the heck is this? Like, are they posting more? But then it's like, no, I think perhaps you were blocked before. Um, Separation is weird. I feel like this person is confused, bro. Like, if this person has unblocked you, they want to see what you're gonna do, right? Number one. And then they also think that, oh, maybe you're over it. And so I don't know if this is an attempt to sort of get you back in, to like rope you back in to go back to seeing what you're gonna do. But then also I feel like they don't want to be fully separated from you. Like they don't want you to be fully gone from them and whatever it is that you do for them, which is possibly like an ego boost or whatever. So within the next few months, says, perhaps you two have been excommunicado or blocked for like quite some time. I feel like, I don't know, I'm picking up on like other energies. Like I feel like this person was hiding some things from you and that's why they blocked you also. And the things that they were hiding from you are no longer a factor, either because they don't no longer think they need to hide that anymore. Maybe you can handle it now because your feelings are less, according to them, or they want to trigger you in some way, or they're kind of okay with you seeing that now because you're grown up now or something, or like they're like, no, I think I do want this person to see this now, something like that. Or that thing is no longer a factor in the way that it's no longer in their life. So let's say a person, right? Or like a secret. I want to see what their feelings for you are. I mean, romantic feelings is in the reverse, so it's just kind of like things are sort of over in the feelings department, but you're ready is giving different vibes. I think they don't want to be separated from you, right? We see that with separation, but we also see that with the hermit. Like they don't want to not be able to have access to you and for you not to have access to them. I think they think something has changed, right? Either your feelings have changed or they think they're able to handle whatever this space brought for them or did to them. But also they're not fully ready for whatever this space brought for them or to them. But I think they're trying to test the waters to see if they are ready. And if things sort of go in a direction that they don't like, then they, I think, are open to sort of going back to a blockade. In a way. But I feel like they'll try to see if they can handle it. What is their feelings towards Pile 4? Like, I want to understand what their feelings are. If we can get some... So we have 5 of Wands. I think... So this is 5 of Wands in the positive, right? Which is crazy because literally everything has been just so conflicted. And in sort of like the reversals of it all. We have 7 of Wands and 5 of Cups. Yeah, there is like some angst between you two. Some type of strife, some type of fight, some type of disagreement, some type of sadness, shame, embarrassment, separation that hurt them as well and you. And there's just a lot of hurt in this. With the 5 of Wands on the positive, it almost seems like, well, maybe now we can work through it. Maybe now we can sort of work on it. That's what the 5 of Wands is giving me. maybe we're in a better place to handle whatever was going on. Like maybe things have cooled down, right? The feelings are no longer high, high, high. Perhaps things have calmed down enough to handle this. And then we have judgment in the reverse. Yeah, judgment on the negative side, which again just really brings back some of these other energies of, but I don't know. Like if things are still the same, I feel like this person would hesitate to block, but it's still very much an option to sort of block again if things aren't ready to be better, whatever that looks like for both of you. But I also don't think they're ready. I don't think they're in a state to do the thing that they think they want to do. Like I think they would still be fairly triggered with the judgment, or if you're still fairly triggered and they're triggered by you're triggered, that means they're still also triggered. You feel me? So meaning I just don't think that I think their feelings are still kind of invested in a way that I don't think they're fully ready to unblock, but they're ready enough to unblock, right? It's like, let's say you've been taking swimming lessons for like 3 hours and you know how to float. Does that then mean that you can go into the ocean? I don't know much about that, but can you maybe be in a pool for a bit? Like, yeah, you can. You know what I mean? Like, you're ready, but you're not all that ready. Like, let's take it easy. I think this person may want to right some wrongs again here with this sort of like 5 of Wands and not want to be separated energy. So I'm going to move on to the next step of like, what do they want? Like, what do they want with you? Like, what do they want as a result of this unblockation? Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think they want to rehash some things. We see that with the Judgment here. Talk about what happened before. Sort of go through what happened. I think they have sort of, in the time that you two have been apart, they've gained some perspective. Have they gained all of the perspective? Nor. But I think they've gained some. And they want to revisit the dynamic between the two of you and see if it's changed, if it's been arisen, if it's been transformed, or if it's still there, right? Like, they want to see what they can see. What else? What do they want with this? Yeah, a union of sorts. So 4 of Wands, I think they want it coming together. They want to be able to like celebrate with you, chill with you, have fun with you. Be able to have a level of camaraderie, a level of like healing, and a level of even enjoying each other's time, not just like healing and letting bygones be bygones, but dare I say, even having you back in their life. I mean, separation in reverse is they don't want to be separated, right? So, but there's still definitely some angst between the two of you that this Ten of Swords is calling back to. Like, first and foremost, I want to see where things are between me and Pop 4. Tell me more about this 10, actually. Can you tell us more, Spirit? Thank you. Page of Cups. What happened? I'm not sure if there was a betrayal here, if there's some things that were left unsaid, which I think so. I think Page of Cups is giving me very interesting energy of, hey, I understand that maybe this is where you were coming from, but I've also understood where I was coming from more, and I want to be able to communicate that better and see whether you've also changed, right? Whether you've also sort of had these shifts, or I want to tell you what happened. I want to tell you how I was feeling. I want to hear what you were feeling. Like, they want to have this sort of like adult conversation, but again, are they fully ready to actually have that level of adult conversation? Are you even ready to have that level of adult conversation? That's between y'all, okay? But there's a desire to, and that's something. With the Page of Cups in reverse, it's giving, yeah, but you also X, Y, and Z, or I need, just it's It's basics, it's rudimentary, but I'm not going to insult the Page of Cups. It is still, even in reverse, I'm really not getting that crazy of a vibe from it in the negative or anything like that. I just feel like I'm getting a message that isn't fully developed, a message that isn't fully understood on how to get there, but the desire to get there is there. And it may take a while, like they're opening the lines of communication, but for them to actually use them themselves, if you don't use it, if you don't instigate, then it's going to take a while for them, within the next few months, possibly, for them to actually sort of say anything, when maybe they're a lot more ready, when this page is a lot more in the upright to deliver their kind of result, that to be able to say what they want to say, express what they want to express your love in the reverse. Yeah, it's difficult to sort of find those words. What else would they want? Like, what else would they want here? The Six of Cups, again, they really want this union with you. They don't want to be separated. They want to go back to good times. They want to go back to like some type of union with you. Some type of, okay, we're in a new phase. We're in a new era. There's a lot of tens here. The 4 and the 6 make a 10. Yes, it's wands and yes, it's cups. But there's this sort of like reminiscent energy. There's this, it's really beautiful. Honestly, like it's a beautiful intent. The 4 of Wands coupled with the 6 of Cups and this 10 of Swords in reverse and this Page of Cups. There's lots of sweetness, but it's definitely smeared in some levels of just some stuff went down here that if we could talk about, if we could really reach some type of conclusion and reconciliation and rejuvenation, it would be beautiful. They would love that. You know, it's just, are we able to? Are we able to see eye to eye? Are we able to have a mature, cognizant, present conversation about this, where we both sort of express what we need to express in the way that is conducive to proper healing, right? So, I don't know. Leave me a comment on how this resonated with you, if you know the person that this is about, and if you think that person could be capable of that. And I think you might be surprised. If there's this person, if this is what you want with them, this healing, then type in the comments, I want that healing. And sort of send them that positive energy through that expression. All right, I want that healing, because it's kind of sweet, but I don't know what happened between the two of you, you know? I wish you everything. Keep your light on. Good luck. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Pal 7. Welcome to this. You have been unblocked. What? What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What do they want? How are they feeling? We're going to be going through all of those questions here, so make sure you watch it. Keep an open mind. Keep an open heart. Keep an open mind. Keep an open heart. And let's see what the messages are. Make sure you watch it all the way through the end, because we are going to be going through these different levels of like understanding why, right? We're creeping. We're spying. We're spying. We're spying, spying. I'm gonna shuffle off camera. No, okay. Pal 7. All right, friend. You know you're Pal 7, right? Wow. Oh. Okay. Very interesting messaging here. All right, well, unlikely in the reverse. It's safe for you to love. The 4 of Wands, the Hermit, and the Queen of Pentacles. It's crazy. Well, all cards except unlikely are in the upright, which I wonder what Spirit is saying is not as likely as you thought. You know, I think this goes to that first thing that I said in the opening of your video, where I said extend, sort of open your heart, or open your mind, whatever it was that I said, because I think the way you perceive this person is different from how they are, or who they've become, or what they're thinking from this unblocking. Okay, I think that unlikely is really sort of calling what I said out about you specifically, keeping your mind open about the whole thing and what they could be coming with. So, yeah, I think the way you think this person is, what you think they're about, etc., is not entirely accurate. And dare I say, I think you think negatively of them. Like, the negative things that you think about them, like, add some salt to that. Like, because it's not entirely the truth of this situation with them. Okay. Pile 7. Anyway, this person, why they unblocked you. Let's get into that. They've done some reflection. And I do think that this person has, I'm not going to say changed fully, but I am seeing quite some change. Like, the Hermit and the positive is not a joke. I think this person has sort of decided to, like, let things go to some degree. Like, they've decided to let things go. Bygones are bygones. I think your opinion about this person is different from what they're presenting. That's just something that keeps replaying in my head to say. Like, the negative things that you think about this person are not 100% canon to who they are as a person. It may be saying a little bit more about you and your experiences and what you expect from people, or even what you give to people, than it does about them. Something to think about. Okay, why did they unblock you? It's safe for you to love. I think this person does want to let bygones be bygones between the two of you. I do think they've had some reflection. They've had some maturing. They want to enjoy life again. They want to... I mean, 4 of Wands to me is a very union-y energy, right? There's rebuilding, and maybe they want to share the joy of life with you, or have you have access to that, or even have access to your network, or you have access to their network. Like, if you and them aren't talking, if they don't really want to talk to you anyway, there's something here to me about them having information or access to something and them sharing it publicly so that you can also have access to that information. It's giving Harry Potter. It's giving Harry Potter, book 4, Goblet of Fire. It's giving Ron knows something, and it's giving like that whole thing where Ron knew something, but because he was being a little bit with Harry, Ron was very bitchy with Harry. Okay, you guys, let's talk about it. But yeah, he was feeling some type of way about Harry, and so he made fights. Not a fan of Ron at that time. But he found out something, and he still cared about Harry because he knew that he was the one causing the drama. As in, Ron knew Ron was the drama king. Anyway, he knew something, and he told this person who he knew would tell that person, who would who would tell this other person, who would then tell Harry. Oh God, Ron had prime bitch behavior. So, you can type that in the comments too, please. Somebody type that. Make me laugh. Ron Weasley. I'm sure once this video goes live, I'll be like, what is this? But it will make me laugh. Anyway, hashtag Pal7. Yeah, he had this sort of like wormy way of getting the information to Harry so that Harry would be prepared and Harry would win, because he still cared, but he was still upset and angry and in his own feelings about sorting out some things, right? And that's what I'm getting here with this person, that in some cases, for some of you, they want you to be privy to what they're doing, to what they have going on, so that you can also see. Now, it could be for the benefit of like your financial stability, right? Your finances, your career, your life, excuse me, for you to have access to that, for you to have access to what they've got going on without them being directly involved in your world, or you guys being involved in each other's worlds, because perhaps they don't want that, they're not ready for that, or they just don't want that, or they just don't, I don't know. This could also be for them to just show you that, hey, I'm actually doing okay. Like, I'm okay now. I'm better, right? Especially if your opinion of them was not so great. Perhaps this person was going through some things and they're publicly trying to show that, hey, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay. I'm doing good. Right? Like, I'm getting a vibe here of somebody who wants to show you what's going on. And I am getting positivity from this. I'm not getting someone who's like, yeah, look at how I'm better than you. Yeah, look at how, Like, I'm not getting anything like that. What I am getting is like, hey, like, good stuff. I'm not getting anything salacious or anything sketchy. It's either like to help you, to benefit you, to let you know, and to show you something of that nature. You know your person, but also I think the way you think about them is skewed. I think the negatives that you're seeing about them are something that you should revisit and really question yourself over the negative that you've put on them, and really look and see how much of that is actually a projection of yourself, your thoughts about yourself, your thoughts about your life, and your thoughts about whatever, period. Yeah. Think about it. Listen, I'm a friend here. I'm your buddy, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. What I'm seeing here with love. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. How does this person feel about you? What deck was I using for that? Okay. How does this person feel about someone? King. Oh! Look at this ugly King of Cups, baby. Look at that. Ew. He looks sickly. That's not great. And then we have this Queen of Wands. Ew. Okay, well, listen. Now we're getting into a little bit of that negative energy. Okay. This could be how they see you. All right. So that stuff I was saying about how you see them, XYZ, 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 this could be how they see you. Now, with 2 court cards showing up here, 3 technically, but technically 2, I'm gonna say how you two see each other is different. is not great. King of Cups on this ugly side and Queen of Wands on this other side. I think this person, I don't know. I think how they think of you, what they see of you is I don't know if they see you as a little bit poisonous, or unstable. Girl. I call everybody girl. Okay. I really legitimately do. I have to like stop myself. Let's talk about the Queen of Wands first. The Queen of Wands says, you may encounter angry, ungenerous, and hurt men and women from your past, but don't be influenced or fall for the same negative conditions. Right. As them, physical and emotional weakness, moral fatigue are likely. Be aware of any tendency to self-wound. Oppose this impulse. Breathe love. Yeah, I think this person, I don't know if they really want you close, but I think they still want you, they still want to show, assist, benefit you, but not be in your world. It really is that sort of Ron example, except in this case, whether Ron was being a little bitch or he was generally justified in his feelings about things. This feels like this person is justified in their feelings about this dynamic with you. You take that how you will. If they're not, baby girl, whatever you identify as, then they're not, right? You take it how it needs to be. But if there is something for you to think about, then there's that. But yeah, the Queen of Wands is someone who's defensive, right? In this deck, when she's like this, she's got this sort of closed body language. On this side, she's pushing it to the side, but she's still out here with that wand in her hand, baby. But anyway, on this side, the Queen is just a lot more not trying to mess her shit up. I got enough going on. I don't need that. So they either see you as someone who's that, right? Who's kind of like, nah. Or that's kind of them like, nah, I'm going to show you from here, but this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to be over here. But I'm going to help you how I can, but I'm going to do it from over here. For whatever reason, okay? The King of Cups in this sort of energy is a cunning figure who is adept at hiding his true feelings, may interact with you. Or you may be the one deceiving yourself and not know how to regulate goodness and opportunism, calculation and gain. Clarity would be preferable to cunning and criticism of others. Seek a deeper vision of the human limitations that may characterize you. There really is something here about people seeing each other, or one person seeing the other in a way that isn't exactly who they are. And it could be happening on both ends. We're not talking to them, so there's that. But if it's you, I would implore you to really reassess how you see this person, especially the negative sides that you've seen in them or you've placed on them. If it's them, I would then still put it back on you and say, if this person has seen any sort of like negatives in you, what would those be and how true were they? Like, how valid were they in seeing you in that way? Right? It's still an exercise on both ends on self-reflection. And that's a way to self-reflect, because I can't talk to this person. But yeah, I'd say there's some thing to reassess within yourself, right? Especially as it pertains to this dynamic being sort of a mirror to show you like, hey, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I do think this person, the way they see you is either you're blocking them also, or we're blocking them, or not really listening to them or heeding them or anything like that. Or even on the other way, that they would rather keep things at arm's length. They would rather keep things on a professional level, or on a you can stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. If I got something, I'll share it maybe, but I'll share it in this type of way, because the interaction here is no. So let's see, what do they want? Like what do they want? What are their intentions here? 10 of Swords in reverse stays coming out. 5 of Swords in reverse, swords. What I'm seeing here, these are the only swords. So what they're wanting is more so in thoughts, right? I think with the 10 of Swords in reverse, it has a similar but also different energy to the previous time it showed up. There is some cunningness here, is represented by that King of Cups with the 5 of Swords in the reverse. There is some cunningness, but it seems to be to the benefit. Again, this is really true. Like, look, House 7 Spirit lives in the House Lemire. Okay, Spirit lives in Illumination. And this is that Ron story. This is that Ron story. There's some cunningness here, but it's not Seven of Swords cunning, right? Like, it's not like, but I don't know if it's really to the detriment of, I think they're thinking they're trying to help. That's the only thing I can think of. Ten of Swords in reverse to me is an energy of like, I don't know, rehashing, or let's clarify that in this reading. So many swords. There's so many swords in their actions. So once again, I don't think this person wants to take action, but I think they want the energy between the two of you, whether it's the energy in their psyche or the energy just as it exists, the air between you two, nothing tangible, but the energy between you two, the air between you two to be clear, right? No hard feelings, but that doesn't mean we have to be in each other's lives. Okay. And that can be difficult to hear. Why would I ever, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know, some people, you just reason a season, a lifetime. Like, sometimes relationships run their course. Sometimes relationships are poisonous to one another. Sometimes relationships are just not meshing. You know, it's not clicking the way it needs to on certain ends. And that's what it is. Like, you can't force it, and you don't want to force it either. So in terms of like next actions or like what they think about you or anything like that, it's really just like clearing the air. These are all terrible cards. Okay, like the Eight of Swords sucks, the Ten of Swords sucks, the Five of Swords sucks. I can only think of the Nine of Swords coming out. Who else is a Swords that sucks? Three of Swords. The Swords is just a tough suit. Okay, but in the reverse, it's really giving me a vibe of taking the sucky vibes and clearing the air, right? Eight of Swords in reverse is sort of like, hey, I don't want to be stuck in this mental state anymore. Ten of Swords is, there was maybe betrayal once upon a time, or like some shit went down, but I don't want to be there. Like, let's clear the air. Let's revive this in a way that we bury you well, right? Like, let's bury the hatchet. And it doesn't mean to come together to reconcile. It more so means like, hey, let's give the soldiers an honorable death. Like, let's give people honorable burials. Let's give our dynamic an honorable bury, an honorable bury, an honorable funeral, right? It doesn't have to be a blocking situation. It can remain sort of separate, but the air is cleared. Same with Five of Swords here. It doesn't have to be this sort of angsty thing. It can just be straight. It can just be chill. To where, you know, the air is clear. So that's really what I'm getting here. I think this person, I don't really think they really want to do nothing more with you, but they just kind of want to like help you from afar, or I don't know. Does that make sense? I know it does. I know it makes sense. Anyway, I hope you're well. I hope that you, you know, are taking care of yourself. Eating good. Doing what you gotta do for you. Because you know who's gonna be there for you tomorrow? Yourself. So I wish you everything, my friend. Keep your light on. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey there, hey there, Pal 3. Pile 3. This breeze is gorgeous. I'm sitting by the open windows, and I love, like, honestly, my simple pleasures is like a good breeze. When the curtains are billowing, like, ugh, mother's milk, baby. Queen of Pentacles. Pile 3, you've been unblocked. All right, you've been unblocked, and we're trying to see why they unblocked you. And we're also going to go into a couple of other questions, like why they unblocked you, what are the, like, what's next, what do they want, what are their intentions, and really just kind of creep. We're just going to really be creeping. So this is a little bit of a spy. And we're going to be creeping to spy. Why they unblocked you? Why have they unblocked you? Okay. It's been a very interesting read. Some of the reasons. There is an older video I did called Unblocked. I think that one had like multiple piles. So if the answer is not here, baby, that's fine. I put this here because the wind was winding, okay? Like it was really out here, but you know your pile 3, right? I can push the number over yonder. And leave more cards. Leave more room for the chords. For the chords. Okay. Okay. Calling in your soulmate in the reverse. Express your love. Great. 7 of Pentacles, the sun on the negative, and there's something better in the negative. Wild. I feel like, I don't know, for some of you, somebody here got wind of your, like, let's say this was love. If it was love, like somebody got wind of your relationship status and they unblocked so they could grape. Yeah. I feel like someone's being nosy here. Someone's being nosy. No, 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 no. Calling in your soulmate. Express your love. It's about to be a what? A girl fight? I feel like somebody wants to exchange words with you. This is not what I was expecting. I feel like somebody wants to exchange words with you. Like, I feel like something they heard through the grapevine, something they found out. I don't know where this message is coming from, but we'll go with it. Something they found out, something they heard through the grapevine is like, it ticked them off a little bit. And they were surprised by it. But it sort of resurged within them some angst. Okay? Some stuff. And they want to talk about it. They want to talk about it. They want to air out their grievances to you. I can't deal. Okay. I just can't deal. Oh my God. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here for you. There is more story because I don't know where that's coming from. I know where it's coming from. The romance angels. But I feel like this person was waiting for... This person is upset. This is not the reading I was expecting. You know what I thought this reading was going to be? That this person wants you and they've unblocked you because they want you. But I do think that's a thing. But it's also kind of not. Because why did they unblock? Why did they block you in the first place? I feel like someone here is upset that someone else moved on too fast. Or has moved on, period. Or they have something to say. So I don't know how long this person actually blocked you for. Like, was it a hot day? You know, like what? And another thing. Like that kind of thing. Okay. Well, the 7 of Pentacles is here. And 7 of Pentacles is an energy, especially here with my pouty princess, where you've worked for stuff and there is a harvest, there is a bounty, right? But like you want more, like you're not noticing what you have, like it's not what you expected, you want more. So there's some sense of like disappointment in that 7 of Pentacles. We have the sun, folks, we have the sun, but in here the sun is providing a droughtation. The sun is doing too much. Oh, this is the information. This is where the information's coming from. Someone has found something out. Now, here's the thing. If this person blocked you, and alternate story coming in, if this person blocked you because they thought it would be better to, it's almost like they didn't get to enjoy the benefits of blocking you. And it's kind of tough for them. But I don't know what that has to do with you being unblocked. I don't know. It's just extra background, I guess. Extra story. What? There's something better. That's the thing, right? Like, that's this other story where it wasn't better. It wasn't better. So there's some regret over blocking you here. There we go. It's coming together. There's some regret over them blocking you, and that's why they've unblocked you. But I also feel like in some cases or a different story that there's some information that this person found out. And it could have been the information of, oh, a realization of, oh, actually, it's not that better without when it wasn't better when I blocked this person. It wasn't better when I blocked this person. Okay? It wasn't better when I blocked this person. That could be the information they're finding out. Or it could have been the blockation sort of backfired. Their blockation or silentation, them going ghost or something, backfired on them. And it yielded something where it's like, oh, okay. Where maybe you were able to express how you really felt, or it showed them how you felt also, on top of everything else. Like you ended up moving on in your life. And it was just kind of like, okay. It was a humiliation in some ways. That they maybe were not as important to you as they thought. And them unblocking you, they either heard it through the grapevine or they have not been as good as they thought they would be on the blockation. And whoops, life went on for pile 3. Whoopsie daisy. Did I fuck up? Should I have not blocked them? Should I have just stuck around and worked things through? What do I have to show for it now? Something like that. It's like, I don't know, the same story, but also different. The 7 of Pentacles says, luck may have smiled on you, but there's something lacking still. Even the richest harvest cannot feed a hungry heart. Reassess what you hold most valuable and put your time and energy there next time. Right, it's like a regret. They regret blocking you. And I'm not sure if it's because they want you or they would have preferred having you in their life or whatever they blocked you for to get didn't end up working out, right? If it was, I wanted to get you, pile 3, to feel some type of way, they didn't get that. If they wanted to get another person and move on with them, it didn't work out in the way that they hoped, and so they didn't get that. If it ended up going, oh, I'm blocking because I'm going over here to do this thing, that thing didn't work out the way they wanted it to, or what have you. And so, they didn't get a thing that they thought they would get, either satisfaction or a tangible thing or a person or an outcome that they thought they would get when they blocked you. And you're actually kind of okay, right? Like you're good. Like maybe you're just living, you're thriving or just living your life. And it's kind of like, shit, I done goofed. I fucked up. There isn't something better. In some ways. Tough. Reassess what you hold most valuable and put your time and energy there next time. It's a huge just smack in the face over what they thought this would sort of end up like. With the Sun, you need to grit your teeth and wait for the light to return. That's weird. You have exhausted your energy and may not have the strength to fight back or make needed changes just yet. New jobs or relationships or plans that require skill and large investments are discouraged. Be aware of your beliefs and how you want to impose your will on others. Let others lift you when you are ready. So again, it could have been them trying to block you because they were trying to strong arm you into an effect. I'm gonna make pile 3 feel some type of way by doing if that's what we're saying, right? It could have been an amicable block, I guess, where I'm going to college and I'm going to work and I think we should just excommunicate and but maybe now they're like, oh, unblock, and it's like, pile 3 blocked me and I don't have their number, or they changed their number, or I don't have a way to contact them, or I see that they don't want that. Like it's like something sort of blew up in their face a little bit, like an outcome, because they were trying to impose their will on perhaps you, right? If that's like the story here, where they tried it and they fucked around and found out that, hey, pile 3 is no, life will move, like no, pile 3 won't, like no, right? And that's sad. So let's find out a little bit more about, like, okay, like, how do they feel about you? Like, let's see a little bit more of, like, what they're feeling, what they're thinking about you. You know what it is? Yo, what's up? We got the Judgment, who is kind of, okay, we'll stick with the judge. So with the Judgment here, it is in the positive. And good, there's some reflection points there. And then the Lovers is in the negative. Right? This is a wrong choice. Okay, this is Spirit in the house of Lumiere. All right, Spirit living in the illumination. Spirit lives in the illumination. Pal 3 type in knock knock. Spirit, you there? Of course you are. This is illumination. Where else would you be? That's what you need to type in the comments. Hello? Let's go. Because the Lovers is a choice, and this is the choice. On the negative side, it just kind of looks like, hey, you making the wrong choice. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But he's doing it. That's kind of crazy, though, that, like, here, Eve, the actual one that made the choice to eat of the fruit, is, like, the positive side. And Adam taking the fruit in the desolate, poor boy. My guy. Oh, baby. I want to look at Judgment, but I want one more thing. Thoughts, feelings. Oh, you give me 2. Okay. Justice. Fuck. Listen. Pile 3, lots of major arcana here. Not only did you come out rolling with a sun, you also have the Lovers, the Judgment, the Justice. Like, you have a lot of major arcana here. This person, I should say, has a lot of major arcana here. Luckily, Justice is in the upright. I don't know for who that's lucky for, but also 6 of Swords is in the negative. And then 3 of Pentacles is in the negative, 5 of Swords is in the negative, the Moon is in the negative. Holy moly, roly-poly. This person is really sort of living through the effects of their choice. And their decision, and their thoughts are really, when they think about it, when they're in this sort of state, are really plagued by the fact that, holy shit, like, really, that is what I did. I done fucked up. I done goofed. But here's my thing, right? There's something here about a destined choice, and I don't know how this will sit with you, but there is some, when I say that, I feel a little bit of a release in my heart space. Like, where I feel the sort of like message in like my throat, my heart, and like a little bit of my head, where there's a certain, my head's a little, but where some of us almost like, yes, they made the wrong choice, but in a way, it was the right choice to get them to review certain things about their life. This is a lot of majors. It's a lot of majors. It's 4 majors out of the 7 tarot, 4 majors out of the 6 tarot cards that are out here. Okay? And the other 2 are minor, that are in the negative. Of the 7 of Pentacles is not even that bad. That's just sort of like, I don't know, in this deck, it's, what was the 7 of Pentacles? When I say 7 of Pentacles, what comes to mind is like, you got it. Right? Luck may have smiled on you, but there's still something lacking. Like, you got what you wanted, but you lost what you need. Aha! That's the one. That is Princess and the Frog, Mama Odie singing to Tiana and Prince Naveen. Because you got what you wanted, but you lost what you need. And yeah, maybe this person made the choice, and it was a choice that made sense, but it's like you're looking at it and they're empty. They're feeling empty on the inside. But with Justice here, and even Judgment, I feel like these 2 really sort of say, but hey, you know what? That was kind of the path that this person needed to take in order for them to up level. Like, they really needed to see that they can get what they want, but they lose what they need. And they really need to be convinced about what they need in order for them to be the person that they need to be. For what the kind of life that they want to live. It's kind of a big message. I'm not talking to them, I'm talking to you. So you understanding that journey is a moot point. All I can say is send them blessings or whatever. But I wish that person was watching this reading, because I would say, like, sometimes the bad choices that we've made, Adam eating of the fruit, can sort of yield it's tough stuff, but but it's the justice here sort of like writing that, giving you beauty for the choices that you've made, right? Like, we can all say we've made some choices that sucked, but we can also maybe look at those choices and go, but you know what? I learned this about myself. I learned that about friendships. I learned this about relationships. I learned this about, how I need to move in the world, and it changed me, right? I can say that about things in my life where I was like, oh man, I done goofed. How can I make sure I never, ever do that again, or never find myself in that situation to make those choices again? You know what I mean? So it's sort of like, it writes itself. A judgment, a rebornation, a rebirth takes place because of what happened, and our coming to Jesus about that. Coming to Jesus is a turn of phrase, but yeah, like, you're coming to sort of like spirit and going like, oh shit, like, you're coming to your senses in a way. Anyway, Six of Swords is tough. It's on the negative. That's not moving. That's stuck in the chaos. So I think this person has some sort of like revelations about you. Sure, that's why they unblocked and they're seeing things, but it's almost like, is it too late? Right? Is it too late? And I think with the Lovers here, in a way, it could be, because hello, like, once you make a choice to leave Eden, once you make a choice that kicks you out of Eden, like, baby, are you going back to Eden? It might be a hot minute. Incoming gifts and energies could be poisoned, dictated by selfish choices. Those who say they love you should leave you free to choose, to move, and to think. Love does not require calculation, simplicity, and love does not require calculation, just simplicity and humility. Think carefully about your relationships and what generated them. Right? I think this person is going through that process of that, and I wish them well. I do want to look at Six of Swords here, because I am intrigued. The past keeps you pinned to the ground. Absolutely. Even people with whom you have shallow relationships can keep you from growing and going where your better self would like to lead. Let go of your soul burdens and sail away from those who hold you back. So this is what they think of you, right? I think if they think that you were holding them back, or you were the wrong choice, or whatever, there's something that's an opposite about that, and sort of seeing a truer truth, or a current truth about that. I think they're looking at you and sort of saying maybe that, I don't know, honestly, I think their feelings towards you are quite complicated. I think with you, they may not have seen the end game, and maybe still don't see it, because with you, it still might be missing a few things, or a fair amount of things that they wanted, but maybe with you, it's what they needed. And there's just sort of like reminiscent energy. This is getting so long. So I want to now get into this energy of like, what their likely actions towards you can be. Because this is a lot of their self-reflection, their thoughts about you. Like, you were maybe fair to them, you were maybe understanding of them, and they were not, or the opposite. But blah, blah, blah. So we have Death in the reverse. We have the Hanged Man. Baby girl, I call everybody girl. This is a fucking, like, major after major after major after major after major. This is major change. This is a person's story chapter, bottom of the deck, Five of Wands, right? They're going through that stuff within themselves. They're trying to understand these conflicts, and they're not done yet. They're still going through it. I think they're really trying to understand what it is they want, and what they need, and what they need to do to get that symbiosis, and who they need, like, what is that? Who do I need to become? What do I need to be doing to get what I want? What is it that I want? Is what I want what I need? What are these things? It's like a breakdown of it's a lot. This is a lot, Pal 3. This is a lot that this person is like moving through, that this unblockation means. Okay, their likely next actions, again, major arcana energy, the Death in reverse, the Hanged Man. This is, and the Two of Swords, Lord above. Can you get a more cohesive message of, I don't know. That's what their likely actions are. Two of Swords, I don't know. The Hanged Man, I don't know. The Death in reverse, I don't know. The death in the upright is making is things moving forward, giving certain things up. Right? Again, you had what you wanted, you lost what you need. What are you going to do? If you've seen Princess on the Frog and you know that song, like, you know Naveen has his epiphany, but this is very Tiana energy of, well, it's not. This is not Tiana energy. This is the energy of Tiana at the end. No, not even. Nah, because she's already made her mind. That's death in the upright. This is the energy of someone who is stuck. Essentially what I was saying. What do I want? What is wanting? What is need? What do I need? Who can give that to me? What can give that to me? What about me? Do I maybe need to look? Like, it's a lot of, like, I don't know which choice to make. I don't know what to do. Death in the upright is when Prince Naveen makes that choice and goes, it's not money that I want. It's her. It's love. It's caring about someone else and taking care of them instead of just always taking care of myself. Death in the upright is Tiana going, oh, giving up her dream. Oh, baby girl. Her saying, my dream can take a different shape and form. It doesn't have to be what I always clung to because I want this other person in there. I want to accommodate to this other person. Right? That's what they needed. And through getting what they needed, they get what they want. That's death in the upright. Death in the reverse is, I'm still kind of on the fence. I'm not ready to give anything up, but I'm also still looking at what I want that I would get possibly if I gave something up. But this is, I don't know what I'm going to get if I give something up. I'm scared to give something up. This is real. The Hanged Man, same shit, different perspective. They see, oh, okay, this is what I could have, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't know. This is very, I don't know. Two of Swords, if you watch any tarot reading, Two of Swords is very, I don't know. I don't know. It's a shrug. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. So that's them. Those are their likely actions repeatedly. I'm not even going to shuffle again because that's where they're at. And quite frankly, that's incredibly human. I wish them well. I hope you can also wish them well. Look, to figure out that place of being in an I don't know energy in your life freaking sucks. Of trying to figure out what's right for you and what's not right for you and who's right for you and who's not right for you and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense and what will serve you and what won't serve you. Like, it's tough. So I wish you well. I wish this person so much well as well. I wish you everything. Keep your love and good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye.